Good morning, everybody. So today I'm gonna do some garden chores like I do almost every day, but I've got some wire and some snips because I've got lots of new canes growing in on my climbing roses, and I need to get those up and off the ground because they are all just flopping over and into the pathway. And then I've got some things I'd like to get in the ground if I can. We'll go ahead and get going. So let's go. Ooh, spider web. So here are all of the canes back here that are falling on the ground. So I need to get them up on my trellis so it can be party again. I don't really say party, I say pretty, but I just was trying to be funny. Go chase them. I got chickens in the garden again. Chickens in my flower beds. It's about to drive me insane. We're gonna have to build. That one just flew over the fence. My daughter's chasing him over. And that one just flew like an eagle. But we're gonna have to build an enclosure. They're not gonna be able to be free range. I can't keep doing this. They're all in my flower beds, digging at my drip irrigation and stuff. My word. Anyways, okay. So I've got my ladder set up. I'm gonna start tying up some of the canes. We've got the lattice on the wall. So what I'm gonna use, I've tried a few different things. I've tried some of those like green little clippies that you can just clip on, but sometimes they just break. This is a south-facing wall, so it gets tons and tons and tons of sun. So I think maybe the sun was just like baking those clips and they just were getting brittle and breaking. So I don't want that to happen. So I've got just this wire right here. I chose white so it matches the lattice. Some people do green to match the canes and the leaves of the roses, but anyways, it's like a coated wire. See that little wire in there and then the white around it? So it's a little bit thicker, not super thick, but a little bit thicker than some other ties that I've used, so it doesn't dig into the cane of the roses. And I'm gonna tie it loosely. You don't want it to be tight because those canes are gonna get bigger. So I just cut off pieces of this. There we go. So I just cut pieces of this and then use it to tie up my canes. Now the one that I'm working on right now, it's a Zephyrdrone rose. So it's thornless, which is amazing. So I don't have to wear my rose gloves. But if I do some of my other roses that do have thorns, I'm gonna wear my gloves because I don't want to get poked all day. So anyways, I'm gonna get going on this. Cut back this one cane right here because it's super full on the wall and this one's growing straight out this direction, so it won't pin back well anyways. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut this off completely, but I'm going to clean my snips with a Clorox wipe just to keep it sanitary so I don't spread disease from whatever I was cutting with this before. and hopefully that's good enough. That's what I use because it's easy. If y'all think differently, let me know, because that's what I've been doing. Seems to be okay. But I'm just gonna cut it down right at the very base. All right. Yes. Goats actually really love roses, so anytime I cut back roses or anything, I always throw them over to them because they'll eat it up. It's like candy. I just planted this little haughty hydrangea this year, right before it got crazy hot. It's doing fine. The blooms were lasting pretty good for a while, but they are getting quite crispy. And so I'm gonna go ahead and cut back a bunch of these so it can work on growing its roots as opposed to trying to keep these blooms alive. I didn't cut back all of the blooms. I cleaned it up quite a bit, got rid of all of the nasty crispy brown, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this. I did notice while I was doing that I do have some new growth coming in lots of different places. So I've got like new little leaf buds coming in, especially like the ones that were really rough. I've got new little leaf buds. So hopefully this will come back and fill out a little bit more even this season. Maybe I'll even get new blooms. We'll see. I'm gonna go do the same thing to this one over here. This one was a larger pot. It was a 3-gallon pot, so it's faring much better than the others because these were much smaller. So I'm gonna clean this one up real quick too. Thank you, my dear. Alrighty. I picked up 3 more of my tater tots yesterday because I've been telling y'all I want to put them in front of the greenhouse, and I had stolen 3 for another project, so I needed 3 more. And so I am going to go place these back where they go. I have good helpers. So I've had 2 of these Sting Arborvitaes over here by the greenhouse for a very long time, and I've not been getting them in the ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these done, 1 on each side. And if you don't know anything about the Sting Arborvitae, I'm gonna show you real quick. This is from Proven Winners, and it has a spider in the tag. It's for zones 3 through 8. It gets 15 to 20 foot tall, and it stays 1 to 1.5 foot wide. So it's gonna be very tall, very skinny, and I think it's gonna look so cool on this side of the garden by the greenhouse to add to that formal structure. But it's not gonna take up too much space, so I can still have my hydrangea here in front and probably plant some other things in this flower bed, and then same thing on the other side. I didn't want anything that was gonna be really big because I didn't want to cover up our beautiful stone wall that my husband just installed this year. So these are perfect, and I'm excited to see them grow. They're really small right now, but that's okay. We'll be patient, and it'll be gorgeous for years to come. So for anyone that hasn't seen previous videos, this is the Sweet Summer Hydrangea. I got it half off, so I paid like $43.50 or something like that for it. So super good deal. Never heard of the variety, but I couldn't pass up a hydrangea standard for only $43. So I have just planted it in the ground right here near the Sting Arborvitae. So now we're gonna go to the other side and get the other Arborvitae in the ground. So the reason I've kind of been holding off on planting these Sting Arborvitaes is because I've got to now dig up these irises that I've planted here. I already transplanted them once this year when we built this stone wall. So I was kind of trying to hold off, but I'm just going to go ahead and dig them up. But eventually I'm going to move this to the new flower bed that we just created near the chicken coop, because I've already got these white wedding hydrangeas towards the front on each side, and I want to kind of keep things symmetrical. But let's get this one in the ground and we'll be done with this section for now. I was so utterly wrong with where I needed to place the Sting Arborvitae. I decided I needed to step it off, and so I was 4 of my feet away from the greenhouse. I was 2 feet away from the stone wall on the other side, and so I stepped that off on this side and landed over here. I'm on the other side of the water hose. I'm in the middle of that hydrangea, but I am moving the hydrangea, so that's okay. But I just dug up these irises thinking that that's where I needed to plant the Arborvitae, and it's not. So, oops. But I guess I'm just gonna stick them back where they were. Let's stick them back where they were. I don't know. You guys, it was a productive morning. I got all my roses pinned back, got my Sting Arborvitaes in the ground, I got my hydrangea standard in the ground, and so I feel pretty good about that. If I don't make it back out, I'll be just fine. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and happy gardening.